everybody, it's Angelo with Angelo's Workbench. Welcome back to video number 3 in the Revell 2016 Corvette Stingray build series. So today we are going to get started by assembling the engine. I have pre-painted the engine parts. Most of them are in Tamiya aluminum, XF16 flat aluminum, or a Tamiya XF1 flat black, or Tamiya X18 semi-gloss black. And I've also done some detailing, as you can see, on the fan belts. Once these parts have cured, I also detailed the oil filter in a nice blue. Once these parts have cured from their original paint color and their detail painting, then we can start getting ready for the assembly. So the engine is a pretty straightforward assembly, just a few pieces of block and some headers. It is a rather simplified kit, which is a good thing, I think, if you're looking for a quick weekend build or you're looking for a beginner kit. I would definitely suggest this. With its simplified chassis components, it is a breeze to put together. And if you detail paint it, as you can see with the chassis, I have masked off and painted the exhaust and the rear transmission, as well as the portions of the suspension that needed to be aluminum. Once you have masked them off and painted them, you do get a pretty convincing result with not a lot of work. So overall, the chassis goes together very simply. We're just finishing off the front chassis components now in the video. And from there, we will move on to the interior. I have decided to do the interior in a two-tone black and tan. What I have done is I have painted the door panels in tan, as you can see, and am now masking off the parts that are going to remain tan. I do this by taking my frog tape, my yellow frog tape that I use, which works just like Tamiya tape, and I apply it and then I burnish it with a toothpick, work it into all of the crevices, and that would reveal the lines where I want to cut. I use a very sharp X-Acto blade and I trim off the tape from where the parts that are going to be black. I only want to leave the parts that I want to have tan covered. And then once that is done, then I can move on and I can spray the parts in the Tamiya X18 semi-gloss black. That is the color I'm going to use. The color that is on the door panels now is a Tester's flat interior tan. It is actually an enamel paint, and that is what is on the door panels now. Again, the other door, I am doing the same thing I did on the first door. I masked it, and now I am burnishing the edges with a toothpick so that I can reveal the exact areas where I want to cut with my super sharp X-Acto razor blade, remove the portions of the tape that are covering the areas that are to be black, and then off to the paint booth we go. After looking at this, I decided that I wanted to add a little more tape to this door. I wanted to have a little bit more tan. So it's very easy to do. Take your yellow Tamiya tape again, or the frog tape as I'm using here, and just add it over the area that you want to add. So you'll have two masks instead of one, but the result will still be the same. And we're back from the paint booth. I like to remove the tape while the parts are still somewhat tacky so that I limit the possibility of the paint being peeled up by the removal of the masking tape. And now I'm going to follow the same process I did with the doors on the center console of the interior tub. I have a portion of the center console that I wish to have stay flat interior tan. So we're going to mask it off, cut it, trim it out, and then spray semi-gloss black over the interior tub and have the same resulting two-tone as we have on the doors. With the masking completed in the interior tub, we'll now go over to the spray booth, shoot a little Tamiya X18 semi-gloss black. Everywhere in the interior tub that is not masked will now be semi-gloss black, and then the masked portions will remain the tester's flat interior tan. The two-tone black and tan I think is going to look really good. If you can't tell, I was originally going to do the interior in all tan, and then I decided on a two-tone at the last minute. So I think that this is going to look great. Let's see how it comes out. And now we are carefully removing the masking tape while it is still a little tacky, just as I did with the doors. This will reveal the flat interior tan underneath. We'll have that two-tone black and tan look that I'm after, and I think that it's going to look great in the finished car with the red. So that is going to wrap up video number 3 in the Revell 2016 Corvette Stingray series. I hope you'll come back and join me for video number 4, where we will continue assembly and move toward final completion. As always, please leave any questions or comments that you have below, and please share and subscribe. It helps me out greatly in my channel. I would appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing and tuning in to Angelo's Workbench.